going on YouTube? The Apophis here, and welcome back to my channel. This is episode 3 of Wednesday's Words of Wisdom, a series where I take messages from you, my viewers and subscribers, and I answer them, giving you my advice on things that you may or may not need advice on. And if I don't have any kind of inbox messages from you guys, then we talk about things like confidence and public speaking and just life lessons to help you out along your journey that we call life. So, today, we're going to start with a message that I got from a subscriber. This is another little girl issue. If you followed episode 2, you know that was also a girl issue. We're going to do a quick follow-up on episode 2 before we jump into that. He actually took the plunge, asked her out, and she said yes. So, good for him. I hope that all works out, and I'm glad that he was able to use the advice in a positive manner. So here we have, I'm going to paraphrase this because this message was long. Here we have a viewer who is really good friends with this girl. He has been his entire time that he's been in school, so about 10 years. And he cares about her to the point where it's the same level where he'd care about his family. But she's dating his friend. And he doesn't know what to do, basically. And he says there's some things going on that he just isn't comfortable with around it. And he doesn't know where he should go with this. So he came to me for advice. I know that's really vague, and I'm going to break this letter down in multiple parts, so hopefully it won't be so vague as we get going into it here. So first and foremost, she's in a relationship with your friend. If he's your friend, bam, off limits, dude. Bros before hoes. Point blank. You get no chance, no shot, no nothing. It's your friend's girlfriend. Like, what are you, some asshole? Like, no, you don't dick your friends over. That's part of being friends. Friends, when you're friends with somebody, you have this level of mutual respect and loyalty to them. And if you go hitting on your buddy's girlfriend or trying to split them up so you can be with her, you're violating all of the mutual respect and loyalty that you're supposed to have as a friend. So, instantly off limits, man. It should never even cross your mind to make a pass on your friend's girlfriend. Period. And that's all I can really, that's it, period. Alright, so you said like they have public displays of affection and you're uneasy about it. Well, here's the deal with that. If she's okay with these public displays of affection, like she's not pressured, she's not forced, and she doesn't mind them, then they're perfectly acceptable. It's 100% normal for there to be displays of affection when two people are in a relationship together. And if it's weird for you, sorry bud, but they're together. And you have to consider, do they know that it's weird for you? Maybe you should have a talk with them. I wouldn't go into detail about, oh, I like your girlfriend and I've considered breaking you two up, but I would let them know that it makes you a little uneasy to watch that, because maybe they just don't know that it bugs you. And if you have a talk with them, they'll show you that respect and not do it around you. So keep that in mind for that scenario. Moving on to another thing. You said you've confronted her about this before. I don't really know what that means. I don't know what you've talked to her about it before. What'd you talk about? You gotta give me more detail there. I don't know where to go with that one, but I can tell you, because you're considering it again, if you've done it before, you've already screwed up. It goes back to the fact that she's your friend's girlfriend, and it's bros before hoes, man. You've already violated that trust that he has with you as a friend. You've already violated that mutual respect, and it's totally not your place, man. What's gonna happen is if you keep doing things like that, you're gonna end up with two less friends than what you have right now. So keep that in mind. Alright, moving on. You said that he was unfaithful at one point, and sure, that sucks. Okay, it really does, and it shouldn't happen, but here's the deal with that. You take it as something that's super huge. You take it as a super big deal. And I'm not saying that unfaithfulness isn't a big deal, but what I'm saying is you don't currently know the state of their relationship. Like, even though you're friends with both of them, I guarantee you when the two of them are alone, they act different than they do when they're around you. And if they're both okay with the mistakes that have happened in the past, and they have come up with a way to move on and continue to be happy, then there's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta move past the fact too. Okay, you have to understand, people make mistakes. He might have done it once, and he might never do it again. She might as long as she's okay with the events that happened in the past and she's still happy, then there's nothing you can really do about it, man. And you gotta move on from it too. Alright? So, you say you want her to be happy, and in the letter you said that she's the happiest she's ever been. Well, if that's true, then you gotta back off, man. If she's the happiest that she has ever been, and you want her to be happy, that means you need to leave the current state of her relationship where it's at. That's not your job to try to be some superhero. If she's already happy, then let her be happy. That is the biggest thing that you can do. And what you really mean by that, you don't truly want her to be happy. You want her to be happy with you. That's what you mean to say. You want her to be truly happy with you, is what you meant to say. But if for some reason your intention really is for her to be 100% happy, then it shouldn't matter who she's with or what the situations in the past have been, as long as that smile is on her face. Here's the thing. You say some of your friends tell you to leave it alone. Other friends tell you to go in and go for it. This is exactly what's going to happen if you break them up. If you break them up, she may or may not decide to be with you. Right? There's no 100% guarantee that the two of you are going to get together. So by breaking them up, all you do is risk everything. We're gonna paint this picture and say that she does say yes to you and you guys do get together. What happens when you guys break up? I'm sure you know that most men and women after a breakup do not remain friends. Aside from that, if you break up your buddy's relationship and you expect him to still be friends with you, you're crazy. If you make a move on this, the only outcome for you is you're gonna lose two friends. I know I've said it earlier, you're gonna lose two friends, but that's just the truth behind it. The only thing that can happen out of this situation, if you make any kind of move, is you're gonna lose two friends. Now think about that. You've been friends with her for like 10 years-ish, okay? Do you want to give up a friend of 10 years? Is it worth it for a chance at a relationship when you're at the age you're at that has a very slim success rate forever? Like, most kids don't marry the person they're with during high school or whatever, okay? It's very rare. I'm not saying it never happens, but it's super, super rare. And they also don't typically stay friends with the people they date. Hell, most adults don't stay friends with the people they date. So, is it worth the risk? You have to put the little scales up here, put risk on one side and reward on the other. What's the reward here? You get a 2-year relationship with a girl you've known for 10 years, so 20% of the time you know her, you get to screw around and do all the physical displays of affection stuff, and then you lose it. Or you keep a 10-year relationship that you have, you keep 2 friends instead of 1, and you can find another girl, dude. There's plenty of women out there. Find another girl that you can look at and know that you didn't take from a friend. What's gonna happen is if you get together with this girl, is every time you look at her, or every time she looks at you even, you're gonna be the one that broke up the relationship for her. And when you look at her, you're gonna go, I screwed my friend over for this girl. That's the only thing you're gonna see for the rest of the time that you guys have together. Is that something you want? That doesn't sound like a good way to live out a relationship with me. So I don't really know what kind of advice you were hoping to get out of this, but something tells me you wanted me to tell you to go for it. And that is definitely not what I'm gonna do. My plain and simple advice on this is, you're a shitty friend at the moment, and don't go for it, dude. Think about if you were in this situation. If your friend turned around and tried to steal a girlfriend from you, how happy would you be about it? Would you still be friends with him? Probably not. Is it worth losing a friend over to gain a girl that's already a friend that you're probably going to lose in the long run too? I don't think it is. Alright, you're being kind of a dickhead right now. And that's the nicest way I can put it. And so yeah, that's my advice on that. So we got a few minutes left, and due to this letter, I want to talk a little bit about loyalty and why it matters. A lot of people don't take friendship as serious as they should, right? Some people do. I can honestly say that for my friends, I have incredibly good friends. Okay, and at any given moment, my friends could call me and say, I need, 10 grand. And I would do all I could to come up with the money for them. At any given moment, my friends could call me and say, I need a place to stay. And hell, come over to my house. I'll sleep on the couch, dude. You can take my bed. I don't care. At any given moment, my friends need anything. I will do everything in my power to get it. And I know one of the reasons that makes me so willing to sacrifice so much and be so open for all of that is I know they would do it for me. Without question, they would do it for me. And that's that mutual respect that I was talking about. And what that breeds is loyalty. I know that there are plenty of other people out there that would love to sit there and go, oh, we're quote unquote friends. I only have like 6 really solid friends, like people that I would really call solid friends. I have a lot of acquaintances, right? But those acquaintances like to call each other friends too, and it's like, I don't know that you would do the things for me that my friends would, and there's like a lack of loyalty there. What does it take? One slip up, one stupid bonehead move, and some of your friends might leave, right? Some of your friends might be like, oh, I don't know if I want to be friends with that guy. And that's a lack of loyalty. Loyalty is important because if somebody calls you a friend, they're expecting you to be that guy that has their back no matter the situation. They're expecting you to be loyal. Now, loyalty doesn't mean if Timmy doesn't like Robbie and you're friends with Timmy that you can't like Robbie. That's not what loyalty means. You still are an individual person and you can be friends with whoever you want regardless of the situation. I have friends that don't like each other and it doesn't matter because they're not friends. Like, I'm friends with both of them. It doesn't affect my relationship with either one of them, okay? But they know that I'm still loyal to them and I know that they're still loyal to me. So loyalty, though, stems more than just friendships. Loyalty in relationships is a huge deal, and you can be unloyal, disloyal. I'm not quite sure the word for it. If you're the friend looking into a relationship, you can tamper with the loyalty of that relationship by doing some of the things that you've done. However, if you're the one in the relationship and you know that tampering is going on, like, let's take her for example in this situation. She's not being very loyal to the boyfriend. Like, yeah, sure, he cheated and that's not loyalty at all, but that one's easy. But if she knows you've tried to make a move before, if she knows you've confronted her before and she hasn't told him, isn't that kind of a violation of his mutual respect and trust? Isn't that kind of a violation of the loyalty that she's supposed to show to him? See, the whole situation here, you put everybody in the hot seat. You're in the hot seat by making bad choices. You're putting her in a sticky situation, and you're putting him in a sticky situation, and the only outcome is all 3 of you fucking lose in the end. Okay, so maintain loyalty to your friends first and foremost, aside from your family, and then maintain loyalty to yourself, because it sounds like you're a scumbag right now. Alright guys, if you think this advice is worthwhile, please share, because I'm sure there are plenty other people in the world that need to hear something like this or have similar problems. So please click the share button. It would greatly help me out, and who knows, you could make a huge impact on somebody's life and not even know it by just clicking share. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. There's 2 videos on the screen. As always, follow me on Twitter. If you enjoy this series, drop it a like. And if you want to be on this series, send me an inbox message with the subject line, Wednesday's Words of Wisdom, and in the body of that message, write down what you want my advice on, or if there's another topic you want me to cover. So let's say I don't get subscriber advice or viewer advice, but if there's a topic you want me to cover, like the public speaking I did, or loyalty, or you get the point. If there's a topic like that that you want me to talk about, drop it in the comments below, or feel free to inbox it to me. Also, if you don't know, I pretty much respond to every message I get. So if you just want to drop by and say hi, you're going to get something back. So keep that in mind. Alright guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate all the support and all the views that I've been getting lately. And if you don't know, the Commentator Showdown's kicking off very soon. So make sure you stay tuned, guys. Alright, have a fantastic day and kick a pigeon in the face.